Hello Pisces, and welcome to this reading. This reading will be for anyone with Pisces highly aspected in their chart, or even for cross watchers who are curious about a Pisces. Thank you for joining, and here we go. This is a relationship reading for Pisces. We'll find the current status of the relationship so that'll help you identify who this is speaking to, and we'll look at person 1 and person 2 and what is happening, and we'll see what each person wants, how they see the other person, and what each person wants from the relationship, and why whatever is occurring in the relationship is happening, what might be influencing it, and the possible outcome based on the current situation. Here we go. Guides, guardians, angels, ancestors, if I do light and above, please come near. Please provide guidance in relationships for Pisces Collective. All right, here we go. So the current status of the relationship is 9 of Wands. So somebody has been feeling battered or hurt. You know, they've been through a lot. They're having a difficult time. So what does person 1 want? Person 1 wants to move forward peacefully. You know, they still have, you know, thoughts in their head that they're dealing with, but their ultimate goal for person 1 is to move forward peacefully and away from conflict, away from strife, away from trouble. Person 2 wants hope and optimism. I don't read upside down, so maybe later I'll read upside down, but right now I don't. So person 2 wants, you know, hope and optimism. They want healing and renewal. They want to feel good as well. So how does person 1 see person 2? Person 1 sees person 2 as they're planning or waiting for them. And person 2 sees person 1 as very attractive and offering something good. Maybe they're waiting for a message from person 2. So maybe each of these people are waiting on the other. What does person 1 want from the relationship? They want conflict to end. They're tired of the battles. You know, maybe someone's acted selfish and, you know, not been good to the other, and judging by the 6 of Swords at top of what they want in general, you know, they want to move away from having arguments in a relationship. What does person 2 want? They want things to happen quick. You know, it seems as though there might have been words or disagreements that have been happening, and they want change. They want things to be different, and they want it rapidly. So why is all this happening between them? So there seems to be a lot of confusion. You know, it seems as though each person may have confusion for whatever reason, and that's getting in the way. So what is influencing this? Why are they having this confusion? King of Wands. So maybe there's an influence, or maybe somebody's driven, or maybe there's, you know, somebody is having an ego or looking out for their best interests, or, you know, maybe there's even other people involved. So what is the possible outcome given the situation we have here? The possible outcome is Magician. So wanting to manifest, perhaps having difficulty, you know, both people seem to have, you know, in general, the relationship is the 9 of Wands, so there's been difficulty, there's been struggle, you know, people feel hurt and battered, you know, they're considering, you know, what options they have to go forward. You know, we have this King of Wands, you know, the difficulty and, you know, who's going to take the lead, and the outcome, you know, possible outcome, wanting to have it manifest, but possibly not being able to make it manifest. You know, wanting the conflict and strife to end, wanting change, and, you know, I see that perhaps people need to, in order for this to be successful, perhaps people need to move away from manipulation, or perhaps people need to move away from, you know, being ego-based and really look to, you know, what can be best for the couple together. So let's take a moment and do some clarification. Let's see what the 7 of Cups is. Spirit, please give Pisces guidance on what the Seven of Cups is here. What is the Seven of Cups? What is happening in the relationship? Please clarify what is happening in the relationship. Emperor. So this is some, it seems as though there's some ego or some guidance and direction, some structure that's needed to be had and maybe right now there's currently not. Maybe each person is, in their head, having wishful thinking, just contemplating the options, but really maybe what is needed is to just take a firm ground and have that tradition and have that structure and maybe in this dynamic, traditional roles would be helpful. Not that I'm advocating any kind of conformist to a societal role, but perhaps that's what's needed to help. So please clarify the King of Wands. What do you want Pisces to know about this King of Wands of what's influencing this relationship? What's influencing this relationship? Please clarify the King of Wands, Spirit. And we have the Sun. So the Sun. King of Wands clarified by the Sun. So what's influencing it? We have the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is fiery. The King of Wands is passionate, and clarified by the Sun, people perhaps are seeking what will make them happy. Maybe the past conflict and strife with that we see in the Five of Wands, this Five of Swords and the Knight of Swords, there's been difficulty. People have been hurt. Person one wants to move away from conflict. Person two wants healing and optimism. They want, to feel happy and that this is guided, by the stars, that this is the right relationship. So, maybe what's influencing it is the past situation in this relationship has been difficult and strife, filled with strife and arguments. So, person one is looking forward, trying to plan, maybe waiting on person two, and person two, would like a message from person one. However, ultimately, both people want happiness. They really want the happiness. And I think that's what's driving, perhaps if these people are not talking right now, because I'm getting, by the hurt and the being in their head, and then, that perhaps these people are, not together right now or have some type of separation. Spirit, please clarify the Magician for the outcome. What do we want Pisces to know about the Magician for the outcome, please? Please be clear. What do we want Pisces to know about the Magician? Please show Pisces what... Okay. We have two cards. So we have the Page of Swords and the Five of Cups. So what this tells me is perhaps, one of these, one person with the Page of Swords, one person may be watching the other or keeping an eye on them, and maybe they're seeing their actions and are feeling very sad and like all is lost, like they're feeling very sorrowful, or perhaps, over the Magician trying to manifest it, wanting to send a message of, hey, I'm lonely without you, or maybe, being in their head and saying, gosh, I really miss this person. I wish I could connect. Let's take one more card. Let's see what action can Pisces take, or their person, what action needs to be taken to heal this relationship? What action needs to be taken to heal this relationship? One card, please, Spirit. What can be done? What action can be taken to heal this relationship? What action can be taken to heal this relationship, please, Spirit? What action can be taken to heal this relationship? What action can be taken to heal this relationship? Deception and envy. Okay, so it seems as though perhaps, maybe the Five of Swords and the Knight of Swords is telling us, pardon me, that in the past, there's been a situation of deception and envy in this relationship, and perhaps that is what has caused the arguments and the harsh words and the pain and suffering in this relationship, and that's why these two people are separated and they're in their head, perhaps wishing, man, I wish I could have, done things different. Let's get one card to clarify the deception and envy, just so we can be clear. We like to be clear as possible. What was the deception and envy, please, Spirit? Please show Pisces Collective what the deception and envy was here. What is the deception and envy, please, so we can understand this better? Please clarify deception and envy, Spirit. One card to clarify deception and envy, please. One card. Ooh, Knight of Wands. Yeah, so that's an in and out energy. Oh, there's one here. So on the top, I'm going to take it as on the top. So on the top, we have the Knight of Wands, which is an in and out player energy. So perhaps, with the Seven of Cups here, we see one person who's been in and out of the other person's life, and that's caused a lot of problems. And really, pardon me, really what's needed is a new beginning. Whether together or separate, we're not certain here, but well, let's see. One card to clarify the new beginning, please, Spirit. What do you want to tell Pisces Collective about the Fool card? What do you want to tell Pisces about the Fool card, please? One card, please. Clarify the Fool card. Oops. Hold on. Death. So this tells me that, perhaps the best thing to do is leave the hurt in the past, to heal and let go from it. That's what I'm thinking is person one may have, acted in a negative, deceitful way towards person two. Person two may have had some words that were perhaps unkind to person one. There was hurt, there's separation, there's people being in their head. What they really want is happiness, and they've been trying to figure out how to manifest it and bring it back together, but that has not been happening because of the deception, envy. Perhaps person one was in and out, and what's really needed is a new beginning. And in order for the new beginning to take place, there's going to have to be a transformation, a death. This is the Death card. So there's going to have to be a transformation somewhere, either of the old ways, the old patterns and behaviors, or perhaps to just let go of this relationship and move on. Perhaps in the next Pisces relationship reading, we'll see that. But this is what I have for you now. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day.